Hey, I'm Matt Hudgens, and he's Dave Mulvaney, and this is Profitability MD. Dave, how you doing today, buddy?
Doing great, Matt. How are you?
I'm good, man. Full of energy, a little cold, a little winter, nippy.
Well, we were down in the 30s the night before last. Last night we were down in probably the 40s, but today it's going to reach about 70. So no jacket today. Although
Wow,
I have one sitting on the chair over here because it'll be cool when I leave. Cool.
We're lucky to get in the 50s. All right, so episode 102, how to get clients fast this month. Episode 102, how to get clients fast this month. So I was talking with one of my, well, it's funny. You said you actually had a dream about this.
I had a dream last night, and Fred, if you're watching this, the dream was about you, one of my sales reps in my lighting business, and Fred almost asked this very question. I need to get some money in December, and it was very much more specific. I need to make X dollars at like $15,000 in December, and I said, well, how many cold calls have you done this week? Of course, that answer was, well, there's COVID. Well, and then all the things started coming out, and
all the excuses.
So I'll start if you're in a high ticket item like LED lighting. I have a lighting company. It's LED lighting is a high ticket item. So if you sell a high ticket item, like doesn't matter what the item is, and your method of getting clients previously was cold calling, well, you can't really do that now. You're limited by COVID. But when I say you can't really do that now, maybe you can't go up and meet the receptionist anymore or things like that. Maybe you can. I'm not saying you can't, but maybe you can. But that opens doors on platforms like LinkedIn and other places where you can make the connection. Ultimately, it's still going to boil down to, if you're in a high ticket item, you need to get in front of the client. Now, whether that is through Zoom, whatever.
So your first question goes, how many calls have you made today? That's number one. Now you got to generate money for the month of this month. How do you get clients quickly? You got to make some calls. That's number one. And is that a call face-to-face? Is that a call by telephone? Is that a call using LinkedIn or Facebook groups or something like that? Yeah, that's what you would say. One of my clients was asking me, hey, I got to generate some revenue this month. Give me some ideas. How do we do that, right? That's where I came from. And then I had somebody ask me, how would I generate a client this month if I had to generate a client this month? So that's kind of where I thought we just go down those holes. So one of it was, how many calls we made? You already said that. I heard this, what have you done to generate business today? Like, what activities have you done to generate business today? So,
and that should be, doesn't Dan, Dan Sullivan, doesn't he call that, like, if that's your money-making activity that you would do on your focus days?
Right. So
even if you got 2 days a week that you do nothing but focus on money-making activities, that's got to be the focus. It's the same. How many calls have you made? How many money-making activities have you done today? If you need money now, you got to do the money-making activities right now.
Right. This was like that actual statement, I think, came from one of the gurus named Sam Ovens. And so he's got a little check sheet, and it literally, he says, what have you done today to generate, sales calls? What have you done today to, what is your funnel? You got to get a call. You got to get somebody interested. You got to get them on a call. You got to book an appointment, all of the steps involved. What have you done to do that? What have you done to book an appointment? What have you done to ask somebody to book an appointment? Have you had an appointment? How did that call go? So he has all these little checklists so what have you done today to generate business?
Yeah.
And that was a simple little question. So
and if you're struggling, that's the biggest question you need to ask yourself if you're struggling is what have I done today? Not tomorrow, not the next day, just what have I done today? And shouldn't you be doing that today if you need money this month? Like, that's what this is about, how to get clients fast this month.
This month, right now, immediately. And if I had to get money tomorrow, what would I do? And so we always talk about, you got to attract clients, you got to deliver and then you got to scale and service, right? And get referrals. We talked about that before. And so literally we were talking about that with one of my clients, and what are you going to do? So the first thing I would tell you to do would be reactivate old clients, right? Reactivation campaign. I tell it to dentists all the time. I tell it to therapists all the time. I tell it to landscapers all the time. I tell it to plumbers all the time. And I call it, reactivating past clients. So reactivating past clients, a great thing to do. And let's say this month, we're in December, so this month, it's kind of Christmas. So you can say, we're having a, COVID Christmas special. I know it's been rough, tough. We want to get you back into the fold. Love to help, love to do whatever. We're offering, if you're a dentist, you could offer teeth whitening 50% off, right? So now that upsell, we call it an upsell really, but that could be the upsell, right? Reactivation, hey, you haven't been in here in a year and a half, come in, we're gonna get your teeth cleaned, all shined up. We're gonna get you in, we got spots open on Tuesday. We're gonna clean your teeth and we're gonna do the teeth whitening, whatever, half off, right? So we would get that, and the idea being calling past clients who I've done business with in the past and have just migrated out. We did one on this, was we talked about Dean Jackson 9-word email. Hey, are you still interested in buying a lakefront house, right? We call it our 10 for 10, 10 words in 10 minutes, right? And so that's kind of what this campaign is anybody that you have done business with in the past or that was a prospect and didn't do business with you, a simple, hey, are you still interested in, hey, it's COVID, it's Christmas, we want to help as many business owners as we can. Hey, it's COVID, it's Christmas. We landscape and let us, plant some new flowers before all your family and relatives come over for Christmas. Hey, it's COVID and it's Christmas. Let us clean out your gutters before.
And it's not just Christmas. It could be,
right,
hey, I gave you that proposal in June, and it's the end of the year. And if your end of the year is December 31st, you may qualify, if you make this purchase, you may qualify for tax code 179. Knowing how your product fits.
CPAs do that all the time, and actually dental equipment people do that all the time. So dental equipment, they send advertisements to the dentist that say exactly that. Hey, use your tax section 179 tax benefit and buy some new equipment before the end of the year so you can get a tax write-off. So the dental equipment guys actually send those, right? So if you're in HVAC, right, and maybe your commercial HVAC, it can be replace your air conditioner and heater unit before year end and use section 179, right?
Yeah, I can tell you, as you know, we just sold a piece of one of our pieces of real estate. So we're if somebody was in the rehab business right now, I've got another property that I need some work done before the end of the year. Why? Because I'm trying to, so you see, how do you get business? You got to know your clients, but if you're a rehabber and you're not busy right now, well, you should be calling real estate investors, calling on them and saying, hey, do you have any profit? You got any property that needs to be done right now? I mean, we're talking about different ways for different businesses to generate income, but there are people who are profitable this year and have to get rid of some of that. So those are just, I guess you'd say, that some of the tactics you might use to attract clients, because you need money fast. Well, you got to go to all of your old proposals, like you said, older clients, maybe previous clients, and go back to the same well. It's always easier to get water out of the same well than it is to dig a new one.
Literally. So I was talking to this is one of a young kid. He's a pressure washer. Pressure washes houses, driveways, back porches, right? Hey, my business is really dried up. I've been really busy. All of a sudden it's dead here in December. So same kind of stuff. What can he do? The pressure washer, right? So the two things were the reactivation of old clients. I told him, hey, let's call back everybody else. Hey, do you need to clean off the driveway before Christmas? Do you need to clean off the house before Christmas? Do you need to clean off the porch before Christmas, right? There was kind of a Christmas theme. Like you said, any month, it could be, hey, it's Valentine's. We're having a Valentine's special. Clean the porch. So, but the second thing I told him was the joint venture. And I said, JV, this is all via text. I was coaching him via text messenger. And he's like, what's JV? So you and I talk about, so that's joint venture. You and I talk about joint ventures all the time. Well, this kid, he doesn't know what a JV or joint venture is. He says, what do you mean? I said, well, you ought to go to the landscaper, right? So I just had a landscaper guys at my yard, literally just finished up right now. You should go to a landscaper and say, hey, are any of your clients pressure washing? Can we offer them my service, right? Can we offer my service for a discount, my service for free to get your foot in the door to go do other ones, or $50 off, right? You can offer, Mr. Landscaper, you can offer all your clients this week $50 off pressure washing the house, and I'll do that for you, and you'll look like the king. We don't really have to exchange cash, but you'll look like the king. So that would be a joint venture. Can you go to a roofer? Hey, Mr. Roofer, how many roofs are you doing this week? Can you offer all your roofing guys pressure washing $50 off or whatever the dollar amount is, and you'll look like the king because, wow, they just put a new roof on. Why don't we pressure wash the house and the driveway, and it'll look really good with that new roof you just did.
Yeah.
So it's a complimentary service. And it just blew the kid's mind. He's like, I never even thought of that. Like, I didn't even, you and I talk about this stuff all the time, but the guys out there in the trenches aren't even thinking about this stuff,
Yeah,
right?
and you know, you think about, okay, so let's say you're pressure washer guy. I mean, another thing that came to mind is, well, everybody you like did a pressure washing job for, let's say from January through April, you could literally drive by the house, and if it, like the driveway needs pressure washing again, you could literally leave your card on the door or leave a note, say, hey, I noticed the driveway needs pressure washing right now. You know, I did a great job for you back in April. I'll give you a $50 discount if you'll activate in December.
Absolutely. Well, we've done this with a tree. I have one of my tree guys, the tree guy. And the tree guy, we have a standard email that we send out to all past clients after every tropical storm that comes through town. Hey, it was a big storm this weekend, last week, last couple days. Actually, we made it more generic. You know, he can type in sometimes the name, you know, Hurricane so-and-so just came through. Yeah, you need any trees removed, right? Same kind of thing, even the pressure washer. Hey, big storm, blow down a bunch of leaves. You know, maybe your driveway got dirty, your house got dirty. Do you need some pressure washing, right? So you can actually, every time a storm comes through, make the offer, right?
That's
Just
right.
like you said, you know, because, hey, it got stormed, it got wet. So it's going back to past clients, reactivating, have a reason. It is joint venturing. Hey, let's partner up with another service provider. We always talk about Section 179, what they're using the tax thing. Hey, buy equipment for the end of the year as a reason.
And
they were saying, one of the guys asked me, all right, so how would me or you, Dave, how are we going to get a client in the next, you know, in the next week, in the next month, in the next week? What would you do? And so we talked about, so he challenged me. So here's like and now you got all these challenges, right? So send out 100 emails that say, hey, I'm going to do a Zoom call on Friday about how to find $10,000 in your business this month, how to make $10,000 more in your business this month, how to find more clients. What do we even call this one? What do we just call this one? Episode 102.
this is how to get clients fast this month.
Right, how to get clients fast this month, right? So send out 100 emails to my contacts that say, hey, I'm doing a Zoom call Friday at 4 o'clock. How to find, you know, how to get clients fast this month. If you're interested, let me know and I'll send you the link. Right, there you go. There's another version of that. What's going to happen? Who knows? We'll do a little Zoom call if some people show up.
But the reality is, if we talk to somebody who said, how would we get a client? If I had to get a client this month, let's say it wouldn't matter. It could be a copywriting client, could be a marketing client. No matter what, it would be just that. I would approach them through different means, depending on if they're old client or new client or cold call, whatever. But then I'd really look at how can I solve their problem, not my problem. If I don't have a problem to solve for them, if they don't have a problem worth solving, then I can't help them. But quickly finding somebody's problem that is noticeable. Now, what I mean by that is I get mail all the time, and I look at it and I'm like, this is the worst mail piece ever. That's a person who's got a problem. Why? Because they're spending money on advertising, but their advertising sucks.
You literally cold call a postcard. Hey, I got a postcard. Saw your postcard in the mail today. I'm sure it isn't. There's something wrong with it. I'm sure it's not working. Give me a call. I'll let you know.
Yeah.
Right. That's a strategy that I've used with other coaches.
And it's
right. Literally, you just call people that are already advertising, right, and say, hey, there's something wrong with your ad. Give me a call back and I'll tell you what it is.
My copywriting coach, Ray Edwards, calls that. You got to be careful with that one because that's like telling somebody their baby's ugly.
Yeah.
You got to watch out for the ugly.
You're just right. What is that? That is our marketing equation: interrupt, engage, educate, and offer. So you interrupted them. Hey, there's something wrong on your ad. You can even be more gentle. There's something wrong on your ad, and they're thinking, oh, maybe the wrong phone number, right? So then when they call back, hey, there's something wrong with your ad. How is it performing? Now we're educating them. I bet it doesn't look like it follows a marketing equation formula that we talked about. I bet it's not working. Here, watch this. I got this video. Why everything you know about marketing is wrong. Go watch that. Maybe we can get a call together next week. Right.
And it sounds so simple to me and you, but what most people do when they're in this situation is they do things that won't make them money. They get stuck in the education loop. What I mean by that is
without the call to action, without the call to action.
yeah, the education loop is, hey, I'm going to go out and read all about marketing all through December and not actually go after any clients, not actually do any sales.
Right. Goes back to the Sam Ovens. What have you done today to generate business? What generating money-making activities have you done? This was actually another interesting one, and an actual strategy, an actual tactic is Facebook groups, LinkedIn groups, right? So go in there and be as helpful as you can. So I'm trying to think of a specific example. Would be like, I was talking to a financial advisor today. So he helps financial advising for women, right?
Okay.
So he can go into he's a part of some Facebook groups for women and, women in business. And it can be somebody asks a question about finances. You go in there and you answer it as best as you can and as fully as you can. The cheesy people say, hey, I got an ebook on it. Go to my website. Hey, I talk about this on my blog post. Go to my blog post, right? That's not the strategy. I'm talking about actually go in there and help somebody and answer a question fully. And they may or may not become your client, but you know what happens there is someone else in that group can see your response and say, oh, Dave sounds pretty knowledgeable. I might give him a call, right? So he didn't answer my question, but he answered, Paula's question. But now I kind of have faith in Dave because he answered it fully. He didn't try to give me some cheeky little, hey, check out my website. But what you can easily say is you give a long, detailed explanation and say, gosh, this post is longer than I already meant. I do have an ebook on this if you want to learn more. Then it's okay to go to my website. But I answered, hey, this is already longer than I thought, but I wanted to get you. That's like a whole strategy that I've used before with another client of mine where we went to specific Facebook groups that he's already a member of. I'm using the financial advisor as that. And you can go in the financial advisor, answer questions as fully as you can. You become the expert, right? And people who have similar problems come.
This is one of the ways, Matt, by the way, what you're talking about is if you're an online or trying to become an online entrepreneur, what you just described is probably, I would say, the number one way to generate leads without spending money.
Yes.
So let's say you got your lead magnet on your website, and it might be the 5 ways to get whatever clients now, whatever that is. Yep. And yeah, like you go and solve somebody's problem, they're more likely to go search who you are and then download your lead magnet. Now, because they're like, wow, if he just gave me that for free, just in a blog,
Well, watch that. So you and I can go into Facebook and, small business owners or something like that. There's a Facebook group, small business owners. You and I you can actually search inside the group. Hey, I'm having trouble getting clients. What's the best way to get clients? I'm struggling getting clients. Can you help me get clients? You can do a search for that inside the Facebook group. All right. And then what we would do, we would answer the question. Well, a great way to get clients, what is this thing called? How to get clients this month is a reactivation campaign. Why don't you call all your past clients and make some, Christmas offer, end of the year offer, post-storm offer, right? Answer it as full as we can and then say, gosh, this post is longer than I thought. I hope it's been helpful. By the way, we have this download of 5 ways to generate clients this month on my website if you want to check it out. You and I can literally do that. We've helped that person. Somebody else is going to read that post. They might want our help. They might go to the website, like you just said, and download.
Especially, Matt, if you're on somebody's private Facebook page, I've seen people do this on various forums that I'm a part of. So you've got a company like I don't know why ClickFunnels came to mind, but let's say you're on ClickFunnels private Facebook group. Well, the last thing they want you doing is selling your stuff on their private Facebook group. But it doesn't mean you can't position yourself as an expert on their private group, an expert at what you do. And that's what you're talking about is you're not selling to them on somebody else's platform. You're answering people's questions. And those people will probably, if they're very interested, some other people might reach out to you through DM and, direct messaging because you answered questions. I just want to, everybody hates those people who sell on a private.
Yes, exactly. I'm not talking about being cheesy. I'm talking about being helpful. Now you can do this. So I think I mentioned this in my last one. We had this auto detailer, right? And so I took one of the ads that we've done for a painter. I've got these little ads that we've already done on my online business academy. And we adapted it for the auto detailer, right? And so We put it in where you're supposed to advertise, which there are web Facebook groups. I think it's called Next Door, like
Yep.
NEXTDOOR.
Yep.
That is for like referrals. Hey, I'm looking for a pressure washer. I'm looking for an auto detailer. I'm looking for a lawn service guy, right? So it's okay to put the ad on that. So we put an ad on there, not an ad, a post, but it was very much structured around the, hey, interrupt, engage, educate, and offer. Hey, did your last guy do this, this, and this? If not, if so, don't call me. We actually did the opposite. If your last auto detailer did this, this, and this, don't call me. If not, we do this, this, and this, call me, right? So we did the ad at 10 o'clock, I think this was Monday night, and then by 9 a.m. the next morning, $1,200 worth of business, right? I mean, it's just like, because we spoke the right language, it's in the right spot. It was like, well, yeah, who are those people? The people that are detailing their cars, right? Pressure washer could have done the same thing, right? Did your last pressure washer?
I want
right?
to, if you're a pressure washer, I want to, my son started a pressure washing business. I want to give this story because I want to tell you how I helped him. First of all, he was working in environmental cleanup. So they did a lot of pressure washing inside of tanks. So he learned how to do this, making a lot of money, but he's working all the time. He got a job offer to do maintenance for a church. It was a big cut and pay, about $20,000 a year cut and pay, but it gave him the time off that he could start his pressure washing business.
Okay.
So he named his pressure washing company Duval Pressure Washing, which is the name of the county I'm in, Jacksonville.
Okay.
And I told him, just take your name and get on Google Maps. That's all you need to do is. And he goes, why on Google Maps? I said, because all you have to do is register at a business address. He's registered at my business address, which is his address. And he now is #1 under pressure washing. When people search, Google Maps always pops up on the right when there's somebody listening.
Oh, really? Yeah.
#1, when you search for pressure washing in Jacksonville, he pops up unpaid on the map.
Because he's Duval County.
Because he's in the county and he took the time to get registered.
I love it.
It took him 2 weeks. Google had to send something in the mail, and then he had to call back or like go online and then verify with that secret number that this was his mailing address, and that's it. They put him on the map. And my point is, if you're a painter, if you're a pressure washing, if you're a landscaper, most of your competition is not taking any time to do that. And so in a 2-week period of time, he went from no business to now he's got more jobs than he can do. And he can't
That's awesome.
church because he told him he committed to 1 year with the church. He's got so much business, he has to turn it away. So if you needed business right now, in 2 weeks from now or less, you can have, just by getting on the map in your city with a business address, you're golden. It's in a trade type.
No, that's really genius. I was thinking the other thing, we've done this before. We talk about dynamic referrals and static referrals. We've got a whole stuff. We could do a whole conversation on that another time. But you could offer, a lot of the places around here, the restaurants, you buy a $100 gift card to the restaurant, you get a $25 one, or $20, whatever it is, bonus, right? So you could do that same kind of offer, right? This is what they do during the holidays. Buy a $100 gift card, get a $20, $25 one. You could actually just go ahead and offer your existing clients a $25 gift card to any of their friends. So now that would be an orchestrated referral. Hey, because it's Christmas, we're just using that as I'm going to give you 3 $25 gift cards that you can give away to any of your friends, right? Wow. And then, by the way, we've talked about this before. Gift cards are much more valuable than 10% off because it's like a credit. People actually feel like it's money and they want to spend it.
Yes.
You could ask your existing clients, right? We got a free pass to the workout gym, give them 3 free passes to the get in shape boot camp, get in shape before Christmas boot camp, right? I'm going to give you 3 passes, Dave, and you can take them this week, any of your buddies for our boot camp so they can get in shape before Christmas.
Yeah, in 3 weeks, you're going to see all these free, get 2 weeks free at the fitness center.
Right.
That's coming, right? January 1st?
It is coming. Exactly right. Goes back, we're doing a chiropractor with massage. I can't remember if I mentioned this or if that was a previous call. So chiropractor, he has got a masseuse inside of here and the same kind of thing. We got the people that use the massage, he only does massage. The massage person only does massages for chiropractic patients. Like, it's not like it's a anybody can call and get a massage. And so what we started with him was every Monday, how many open spots does the massage lady have? Okay. And the reason being, if those spots go unused, if it's Tuesday, 10 o'clock, and now it's Wednesday and we never filled that spot, it's lost revenue. So every Monday, we send out an email to the people who use the service. Hey, we've got 3 open spots this week. Do you want them? Like in that instance, I encourage them not even to offer a discount, right? It's because you're contacting the people, your past clients, reactivation campaign. Oh yeah, it's kind of funny. I had my lunch meeting canceled. I can do Tuesday at noon, right? I wouldn't have thought about it unless you presented that. You're showing me the cookies. Hey, you usually get massages. We got a couple spots open this week. Do any of these work for you?
Hair
right?
salon, any type of
hair salon, same thing, right? You could be hair salon. Hey, I got, want to get a haircut before the holidays. I got 3 open appointments this week. You could send that every week, right? Get your haircut before the holidays, get your haircut before Valentine's Day, get your haircut before whatever, Thanksgiving, right?
How to make sure your barber chair is never empty. You have a reactivation campaign constantly going out.
Constantly running with your open spots. Because if your spots go in, same thing with the chiropractor himself, because we did the same thing with the chiropractor himself. These are the people that have slots that if they go unused, dentist, reactivation of dentist, the hygienist, if the chair goes unused during that hour, we can never get it back, right? Those are the times when it's okay to offer. Those are the times it's okay to offer a discount on. You and I had the whole thing on why discounting sucks. But those are the times that it is appropriate. If I don't use it, it's going to go unused and no money at all. Something's better than nothing, right?
Especially if you have the ability to upsell. If you can get them in the chair and then upsell. Hey, did you want to do a cleaning today or whatever? Then you got them in there. You got that spot. That could be psychiatry. That could be. It doesn't matter. It is a tough time of year. Let's say you're a psychiatrist and you've got an opening. You could send out a group text to your whole, hey, I've got an opening this week, just in case your head's messed up. I don't want to say head's messed up.
We got this. So I was talking to another client of mine who's a therapist last night, and this was literally that exact. She's got all her spots are full. They're already full. Okay. But she has people coming during the holidays and anxiety and crisis, stress, right? But she's full. So what I encourage her to do is let's take 1 hour a week. We start with 1 hour, but eventually we could have 4 hours and do a group counseling, right? And so now you're new patients. So let's say that you have 3 people this week that want an appointment with you, but you can't do it. So I'm going to do a Thursday at 6 o'clock group therapy session. Something's better than nothing. Love to have you come in here. We'll get, 3 of you in here, 4 of you in here. We'll do a group therapy session, right? I'm giving you therapy until a spot opens up, right?
That's a really good idea, by the way, Matt, because what it does is you could offer, let's say you do an 8 group. You're a psychiatrist. You say, I'm going to allow up to 8 people in this group. Let's say your normal hourly is $200. Well, you could say, I'm only going to charge you $50 to be in the group therapy. Well, now you're making $400 in that hour instead of $200.
Yeah, we did $850. This is the exact numbers. Literally, this is what she's doing, and she's going to add $80,000 to her bottom line over the next year.
All in group therapy.
All in group therapy. You take group therapy, and the group therapy will be the 6 o'clock. It's 1 hour. We'll get 8 of you in here. We'll charge, I think we said $80 or $85. That times on. And then what does that do is now that's also like your minor league baseball team. Those are your patients when open. This week, at 10 o'clock, I want that spot for one-on-one.
Your signal went bad, but I knew where you were going.
Yeah, so what I was saying was that's your minor league baseball team. So when, Dave is going out of town this week, so I have a Tuesday at 10 o'clock open. Do any of you people in my group coaching program want it? Because I offer to you guys first. So now there's a specialness to being part of the group. You guys in my group get the discount. You guys in my group get the right of first refusal for open slots for one-on-one therapy. But this model is the same thing for chiropractor, going back to the massage. You can't do group massage. You know what I'm saying? This is a model that I've copied in other services. Well, she is kind of at capacity. She's going to add $80,000 next year. We just had this conversation yesterday. This is a different, and this is going to be $80,000 in her bottom pocket. Because the other thing she does is they have a tendency. We all have a tendency. In my financial advisory business, I charge new clients a higher rate than my old clients because as you get more and more people, it's kind of like, well, now my minimum rate is this, right? As these people fall off, there's only so many room on the bus. All the new people will be at a new higher rate, right? Plumbers do that all the time, right? My emergency fee is $200 because I'm so busy. I got to make it worth my while to come to your house to be the plumber.
Yeah.
Right. So it's got to be worthwhile. So we do this premium pricing. But anyway, I know this was really great. We went down all kinds of rabbit holes here. So the question was how to get episode 102, how to get clients fast this month. All right. We went down many rabbit holes. We talked about how many calls have you made? We talked about what have you done to generate business today? We actually talked about specific strategies, reactivation campaigns, calling old clients, old prospects. Hey, we're having a Christmas special. Hey, we're having a we talked about joint ventures.
Social media.
Well, hold on, I got it. That's coming down there. We're talking about joint ventures, right? You could do joint ventures if you're the pressure washer, joint venture with a landscape guy and the roofer. We talked about Section 179. So if you're a big equipment, you get a tax write-off for business owners when they buy stuff at the end of the year. So that could be your reason to call people. Hey, we got to use this. We talked about Google Maps. You talked about Google Map registration as a way to get on. That takes 2 weeks to get approval, but now you could be the pressure washer in your county, right? We talked about the gift cards, giving gift cards or free passes for your existing clients. That's like a dynamic referral system, we would call that, to get them. And then we talked about, what was the last one you mentioned? I just dropped it. You talked about
the Facebook and LinkedIn groups.
Facebook and LinkedIn group. We talked about that, going into other groups that are your target market and helping them, literally answering the question. Don't be cheeky. Answer the question, because they may not be your client, but other people will be your clients, right? So that was a great strategy, by the way, that we've been using. Anyway, those are real things that you can do. And so, 100 emails. I sent out 100 emails. Hey, we're going to do a Zoom call at 4 o'clock tomorrow. How to get clients fast this month, right? How to find $10,000 in your business this month, right? There's an activity generating. You could run a Facebook ad, how to find $10,000. Hey, who needs pressure washing? Any of that stuff, right? These are all specific, actual items that you can do today that'll generate revenue this month, right? It's just a matter of, like we always talk about, taking action, right? Taking action. So, this wrapping up would be, this is what we do in our mastermind group. You and I have a mastermind group. These are the things we talk about. These are the things we hold each other accountable for. These are the things we brainstorm with each other off of how do I get clients this month, right? And if you want to talk about joining our mastermind group, it's matt@profitabilitymd.com, dave@profitabilitymd.com. This is the stuff we talk about. It's a little interview, see if you like us, we like you, if you're a good fit, right? You are an average of the 5 people you hang out with. I want to hang out with 5 smart business owners who encourage me and get me excited to be more successful, right?
Absolutely.
Our website, profitabilitymd.com. Our YouTube channel, Profitability MD, and of course, Profitability MD, the podcast, anywhere you find your podcast. So this was really good, man. How to find clients fast this month. How to make money right now. You can do it. It's a matter of taking action. Quit listening and start doing something, right?
There you go. That's why our episode is always, we try to keep it to 30 minutes so you can do it fast.
That's awesome. All right, man. Have a good week. This is a fun one.
Take care.